EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Mid-Season Classic. Not the best shot, this one in the rough, but still will have a play from there. Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
On the green. And a chance for birdie here on the first hole. Beautiful touch, nice putt. Now at the second hole here at Lighthouse, it's a par 3, 234 yards. Difficult hole, Frank, especially when the wind picks up.
It is, and you can see with that bunker on the right side, that's obviously the bailout area because the problem side is to the left of this green. That's where the cliff starts to run all the way down to the ocean. This is a very difficult par 3, not just because of its length, but because it's exposed to all of Maine's elements.
That drops for another birdie. 2 in a row to start the round. Frank, I like the mix of holes as we start out here at Lighthouse Point. Tough par 4, then a par 3, and now a scoring opportunity with a par 5 at the third.
Scoring opportunity with a good drive. Very thin fairway here, Rich. This hole is built for accuracy, and players off the tee, they're going to have to try and hit this fairway. Long fairway bunker runs almost the entire length of this hole, and it could act actually as a little helper, stop you going down by the cliff, because anything left, obviously, on that cliff line will go all the way down to the ocean.
This is a good-looking shot. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Frank, he had to make a run at that one.
Oh, yeah, good effort. Let's see if he can make birdie, but Oda put an eagle on the scorecard. What that would have meant to him.
No problems early. Looks good.
It does look good. This bodes well. We might be in for a very, very low round today.
Frank, that is position A.
Yeah, the tee shot was like silk, Rich. I mean, just sets up that second shot so beautifully.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. A lot of great golf early on. Let's get you out to the action at the 5th. Frank, the Maserati's tuned up early, running 120 on the first few holes here.
Yeah, you've got all 12 cylinders going. Just a player in full flight. It's amazing how that club's tearing through the air, I don't know, 100, 120 miles an hour, all just sailing down the fairway, managing to hold those greens. And, of course, the greens today are putting so beautifully. So we have a chance to just sort of light it up there today.
Offline, and I think that one's headed for the rough. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish. But, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Now at the 6th hole, it's a par 3, just under 200 yards. Where's the challenge here, Frank?
Well, you've got to love that bunker on the left side, Rich, especially because it's shaped like a letter L. Got to fly that. Green's not too deep, so really the challenge is trying to flight that ball in amongst the breeze should it kick up.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
You can't ask for much more than that. About 5 feet away. Beautifully done.
Second shot.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Par 4 7th here at Lighthouse Point is only 370 yards. Frank, are you unhappy if you walk out of here with anything other than a birdie?
I think we'll see all sorts of different scores here, Rich. If you hit the fairway, then obviously you're definitely going to be looking at birdie. But you stray or hit the wrong club off the tee, that's really what this hole's about. It's about club selection. You could hit a multitude of clubs off this tee.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
It has been a ball-striking clinic today, hitting one green after the next. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus.
Well, that was a tricky one, but it's in.
Another par 3. We're at the 8th. It is only 165 yards.
Safely on deck.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
He has this for birdie. Drops it in for birdie. Now to the par 5 9th. Frank, what are we looking at here?
Well, for the longer hitters, it's actually a chance to reach a par 5 and 2. 300 yards is where that fairway starts to bend more to the left. So you do the math, it's going to give you roughly 250 yards to the middle sort of front left of that green. That's the easy way to play the hole. Make a mistake off the tee and you might find out this is a more difficult 3-shotter than what you were anticipating.
Nice position, short grass, second shot. Oh, it looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. This requires a lot of speed through the ball. That shot right there from that lie in the rough to knock it that close. That's good. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Just a superb performance on the front side. He's hoping to keep it going here on the back 9, Frank.
The game is so much easier when you're swinging well, putts are going in. Really, you've just got to keep out of your own way.
Well, that one is deep. Every bit of that ball. See if they can let loose with a good one here from 160 yards. Second shot. Well, that's how you play the game. Right there.
Rich, that just adds insult to injury to the rest of the field. Another birdie, and the gap even wider.
A sensational performance. Headed for the bunker? Well, the tee shot has landed in the bunker. Anything you do differently with your setup?
Just dig my feet into the sand a little bit more, but make sure you focus on the exact spot on the ball you want to hit.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. It makes the green in regulation. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Yeah, an eagle. What a putt. Back here now at the 12th hole, par 4, 439 yards, Frank, to the center of this green off the black tees.
And if the breeze blows left to right, this hole plays very hard. One of the reasons why, just through the fairways, littered with bunkers. So not only do you have to pick the right line, but somehow you've got to get that ball the right distance as that hole bends completely to the left. Rather interesting shaped green here at 12.
This is a stiff test, no doubt. Well, this one is offline just a bit. Look out. That one is going to end up in the rough. Pretty good result right there, considering...
They look rough all the way.
Exactly.
Rich, really did.
Second shot. Good look at the green. And he's made the green. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Now to the 13th hole, and Frank, this could make you quake in your soft spikes. 702 yards, par 5. It might should be a par 6 or a 7.
Well, I think a few people will make 6 or 7 here. You're right. This is a rarity in golf, 700 yards. So forget about any thought of even getting close to this par 5 and 2. Plus, just to add insult to injury, the 2 bunkers off the tee are perfectly placed. They're about 298 yards, smack bang in the middle of that. I doubt you can get past those, but you need a good drive, really, to try and leave yourself a short third shot.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you can hit any... If you hit enough shots, every now and again, one's going to go in.
Crazy, crazy game. Par 3 14th, headed over Lake Zimmer. Old man Zimmer was a legend in these parts here in Maine. Lighthouse Pointe. All you want here, Frank, at 240 yards. Just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
This for another birdie on this hole on the week. He's made it. The round continues at Lighthouse Point, and Frank, the 15th hole is a par 4, only 387 yards. 15th hole, and Frank, a return to sanity, 387 yards, par 4.
Second easiest hole on the golf course. Bends a little to the left. Just avoid the sand left and that little top bunker on the right. And you should be set up with a relatively short iron into a green that the only problem is if you go long.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Not a gimme, but well within his range. And it drops for birdie. Final par 3 on the backside. It's the 16th, 241 yards. Time to make a move as we are in the finishing stretch here.
When you give the scorecard a cursory look, you might think 240-something yards is a difficult hole, but this plays quite a bit downhill, so it plays more around the 200-yard mark. A fairly generous green, protected by the bunker.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. See if you can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
So just a formality. Good putt. Well, Frank, I love this par 5 17th. Not only is it fun to play, but if you head over the Juniata Crossway Bridge ahead, you can find Brent's Lobster Shack, which is one of the best lobster rolls I have ever had. And you know they specialize in that up here in Maine. But what a hole. Split the fairway with that. Just a gorgeous swing. Now the second shot to the par 5. Offline, and I think that one's headed for the rough. Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was heading for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. And I guess you're allowed that in this game.
Frank, he might like this one. He might. Go ahead and fill it up. 17th hole is another par 5 over 600 yards. You get a terrific view of Juniata Crossway Bridge just ahead. And Frank, if you jump over that bridge, you can get a dynamite lobster roll at Nielsen's Lobster Shack. I don't know if you've ever had it.
Oh,
but
it's one of the best.
It just adds to sort of the charm of this area. But what a hole this is.
S-shaped par 5. You can see it bending to the right off the tee, and then the hole starts to go the other way with magnificent view of the bridge you're just referring to. Reachable for the longest hitters, but once again, avoid the bunkers, and they're all down the right side.
So missed the fairway, and now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Well, you can hear it right off the center of the club face. This has a chance to be close. Superb shot.
Well, it's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. That's why you play the game, to stack up the wins. Great effort right there. Frank, we've made it to the finishing hole. If you're having a good day, you stop and you reflect for just a moment. The beauty surrounding you, how well you've played. If it hasn't gone all that well, you're thinking about jumping on the Juniata Crossway Bridge off to the left and getting out of Dodge.